Make sure everything is going. Welcome to the person. Give me a moment to catch myself together. Let's make sure the stream is streaming. Let's make sure you are live. Okay, let's make sure everything is working. Trying to make sure everything's working from this part. Give me a few minutes, just a few minutes, man. Indulge me. Please indulge me. Let's check the audio. Yeah, it's working. So, how are we doing this wonderful morning? Yes, so I've been in action. Don't blame. There's not too much to report. Shout out to Mr. Ifosa. Good morning, Mr. Ifosa. If you don't mind, I can send you the link. I think you will be interested in this one. Mr. Ifosa, good morning. Shout out to all of you, my supporters and my subscribers. I'm sure you've seen me say it a lot of times. It's not that I don't come here and give you news or information. There is not too much to report these days. Let's just be fair. There's not much news. I won't come here and be giving you unnecessary, tasteless informations that are not there. So let's start with this rumor that's been heated up in the last 48 hours. And you think Arsenal were very imminent and close to signing this player. Calafiori. I like the player. Let's not get it twisted. I love the player, his quality. Like I said in my last video, he will be a vast improvement on Kivio. As Zinchenko, objectively, is quicker, seemingly quicker. He has more physicality in comparison to the likes of Kivio and Zinchenko. But like I always maintain, in all these rumors that we're excited about, can we use a bit of logic? Use your logic. We live in a like and view economy. People will do whatever to get this money, regardless of the truth, regardless of the veracity of the stories that's been reported. Like, don't you find it kind of funny that David is unusually quiet on these aggressive links? Don't you find it funny that it's only the Italian press that are shouting is getting closer? Arsenal have agreed personal terms. Arsenal on the verge of agreeing a deal with Bologna for the last 48 hours. Last 2 weeks, we're told how Arsenal were very close to signing Gyökeres, the Sporting Lisbon striker. See, I understand we all want news. I understand we all want signings. But somehow we are suspending our logic. Signings will come. The Euros are still very active. The Copa America is still very active. Players are on holiday. There is no need to rush. We are not starting the season next tomorrow. Now, most fans, and including myself, I want us to have our players bedded in during the preseason, so for them to get together, get to bonding on and off the pitch. I get that, but unfortunately, that cannot happen in modern times due to different engagement, international matches, different rest period for different players. So we need to apply context and logic to these things. I want Arsenal to sign new players, right? And I understand that it will be difficult to bring in the right players based on the quality of players we have. I understand we lost out on the league, but we've made vast improvement. So bringing the right players is of utmost importance. Not just any player. We need to bring in the right players. And bringing the right players might take a bit of some time. And this Calafiori, one more time, for those who do not like to understand or comprehend properly, because you will run away with the fact that, I want the player I like, but I'm not desperate. And I understand for us to bring in this guy, we will still need to sell one or two players. We cannot be stockpiling players like groceries, right? We need to sell at least Kivio or some. I might push it a bit further. Kivio and Zinchenko need to leave for us to bring Calafiori. The deal is not imminent. I'm not saying there's no interest. There's genuine interest in the player. Who will not have genuine interest in quality? Like, it's not rocket science that you have genuine interest in quality. I know there is genuine interest in this player, but is he as imminent as being reported by the Italian press? Now, there are some of the English journalists who are subtly, enjoying the engagement. So they are playing, they are playing with the story a little bit to get you engaged, get you involved. Just fans need to use their brain, for crying out loud. Use your common sense. It's not everything that the people you respect pushed to you, you still have to use your common sense to decipher. It's like your doctor can tell you to eat shite, and because he's a doctor, you're going to eat shite. No, you're going to use your logic and say, no, even though the doctor is saying this, my common sense doesn't approve of this. We saw Fabrizio playing the field yesterday saying, no, Arsenal and Bologna are talking. I'm not doubting that. But the deal is not as close as we are making it seem. The way people are so excited in the comment sections of all these quote unquote bigger creators, or people are in the know, getting excited, making formations, how Calafiori will be talking in from the left, will be the inverted left back. Guys, calm down. Guys, we need to calm down. The deal is not close. Yes, call me a party pooper, call me the bearer of bad news, but the truth is the truth. I'm not here to validate your feelings. Go to the channels that will validate your feelings. The deal is not close. Like, there is nobody in the online journalist committee, in the online journalist community that has more competence, more veracity in terms of Arsenal news than David Ornstein. Nobody, not even Fabrizio. He doesn't come close. Yet, David hasn't said a word regarding this imminent deal of Calafiori. And you guys don't find that very, very interesting. Make it make sense. Somehow, David doesn't know about this deal and it's imminent. I get the fact that, and I get the gist, the Italian journalists are more informed. They are more in the know when it comes to Italian players. I get that fact. But if he's allegedly and supposedly moving to an English club in Arsenal, David at least will have a hint. He will have a hint. The fact that David is so quiet on this deal, it just bears out the fruits. Just that most of you don't want the truth. I've noticed human beings don't want the truth. They just want validation. They want someone to validate what they feel. Feelings aren't real. Feelings are fleeting. Feelings are they are very subjective. Like I said, they are fleeting. They come and go. But facts are real. The fact shows that it's consistent. That the fact that we can go with right now is that Arsenal are interested, but the deal is not closed. And the fact that people are saying, "Oh, Chelsea are interested," like, use your brains. Chelsea interested? Chelsea are offering money and cash. That we know, for this deal to progress, for this deal to get to, or to even move on, Bologna don't want your cash and player. They want straight cash, because 50%, according to the report, has to go to FC Basel. So Chelsea offering cash and player is not even going to be. Bologna are not going to even listen to that nonsense. They ain't going to listen to that nonsense. So, as much as I want the player to, you want the player, we just have to use our common sense. I don't see the deal getting closer anytime soon. Now, if I see us actually, at least get rid at least of a Zinchenko in terms of sales, or Kivio, then Arsenal can go with a bit more aggression to try and replace the players that are leaving. But Arsenal has not sold Kivio, we've not sold Zinchenko, and you're going to bring in Calafiori because we are afraid that if we don't get him in, we're going to lose him. I don't think so. And the other interesting part is that suddenly, everybody was, I remember at the end of last season, people were calling for the introduction of Timber, how we've mixed in. And I'm saying people making starting 11 without Timber. I am not saying you have to have Timber play at all costs for Arsenal. Right? I like the fact that Arsenal begin to assemble quality players, so there should be healthy competition among the ranks and in the team, and I love that. But suddenly Timber should be chalked into the right back ahead of Ben White. I love the competition that will bring with Ben White competing Timber. We saw that Ben White played, in my opinion, too many games last season, even though he could take it. We don't want a repeat of that. I like the competition, right? But it doesn't mean Timber should not be actually have a shout at playing left back anymore. Personally, some of you might disagree with me. I think Timber is still a better player than Calafiori. You guys are just doing the usual thing most fans do, the new shiny toy syndrome. Let's discard the old toys. We have a new toy. Let's discard it. So I am not buying this. I'm not subscribing to it. I just think we are a bit too excited about these links. I just think we need to just simmer down. Timber for me will still play ahead of Calafiori, even though let's say we buy Calafiori, Timber will still play ahead of him. Timber is a better defender, he's more experienced. Both players are young. So let's calm down. So if I went by the aggression showed in the last 24, 48 hours, you would think by now the player should be headed for a medical, or at least booked for a medical, but nothing of such has actually showed up. So all this aggression, all this excitement is just people exaggerating things. The deal is not close. I don't think it's imminent. You guys are just falling for the the gimmickry that is being deployed these days for likes and engagement, because that's the new hustle. Likes, engagement, the new hustle. I don't hate the game. I just detest the fact that people aren't using their common sense anymore, and that's so unfortunate. People ain't using their common sense ain't common anymore to look at the news and use your logic to decipher it and say, yeah, there's nothing, something is not adding up, something ain't right, something is not just adding up right now. People don't use their logic anymore. No, it's not. No, sorry, it's not logicking. As much as I want us not to sign players right now and prepare for preseason, why the rush? Why the rush? Why the rush? Even though we know if you Arsenal players and the manager are in Spain for a preseason, but there's no need. It's not that we're getting close to preseason at the moment. So let's calm down. Let's just calm down. Calafiori is not close, unfortunately. Don't get gassed up on nothing. Do not get gassed up on nothing. Don't get gassed up on nothing. Let's see how the next coming weeks who Arsenal is going to sign. I don't think signing a defender is not even priority. I'm not saying we shouldn't improve on what we have. Like I said, Calafiori is a fine, a better improvement on Kivio and Zinchenko, in my personal opinion. But that's not priority. I think the midfield is priority, and adding an attacker, whether the convention number 9 or a winger, is more of a priority than the defense, right? Because in the defense, we have healthy options. There's Tomiyasu there, there's Timber. Even when I'm saying people make their starting 11 and make their back, people have gotten, we have Tomiyasu, there's Timber, there's Ben White. We have quality in the defense. Some of you are even suggesting Calafiori should displace Gabriel. Really? You think Calafiori is a better choice than Gabriel Magalhaes? It is how fickle, how disloyal we fans can get. Suddenly, Calafiori is a better choice or a better candidate than Gabriel. Nah, let's not. Don't do that, man. Nah. Let's not go insane. Let's not go insane. That is impossible. That is impossible. I love he's even better than Timber. We're just getting overly excited about a new player. That's just it. You're getting excited about a new player. So let's see how this will go. I remember 2 years ago when my fans were so certain that they were going to sign Timber, getting gas over Timber. A year later, Timber joins Arsenal. So when it comes to Italian players, when it comes to Italian links, I don't overly get excited. It might be the old trick of Bologna using Arsenal as a trigger for the Italian clubs they want to pay up for other teams who might be interested to pay up the money. So this is an old trick. I'm not saying there's no interest. Get me right. I am not saying there's no interest, but the deal is not close. I don't see it getting completed anytime soon. Calafiori will go on holidays and enjoy himself, and whatever happens will happen later in the window. Arsenal could still end up signing this player. I have no doubt. It's possible, right? It's very possible in the next coming weeks, right? Arsenal could actually go sign this player later. But my argument and my take is that it's not as close as people are making it to seem. No, this deal is not close. And the player is a quality player. Is a player I will want in my team. Does it get to the starting 11 ahead of Timber? Objectively, I'll say no. No, not for me. Is he a good backup? Fantastic backup, because you don't think about just your starting 11, because we're going to be engaging in different competition. There's the Premier League, there's the Champions League, there's the FA Cup, and the Carling Cup. And it's time for us to take all these four competitions very seriously and try to win trophies, because as much as we are progressing and it's evident we are progressing, we have to solidify it with winning trophies and understand the agitation of the fans that trophies are a very important thing. As much as I subscribe, I am for improvement. You need to solidify that improvement with trophies, and it's time for us to make the next step by winning trophies. And how do you do that? By having just not just a solid starting 11, you have to have a solid bench. And I think one of the problems I see us having in the last two seasons that the first 13 players are fantastic, but from the 14 to make it from 14 to 16, 18, that is where the quality is off. Now, let me give an example. Trossard made a lot of impact last season, right? But we can still argue that there were games that Trossard was not up to the level, right? Even though he scored some crucial goals, there were games that Trossard was not pulling his weight. We need players that when we take out one or two players from starting 11 due to injury or fatigue, players that can step in and the quality doesn't drop significantly, right? It doesn't drop. Like if you take away Martinelli from the left wing and bring in Trossard can still score, but the pace and the aggression that Martinelli shows, Trossard doesn't have it. Trossard is a different profile of player. He's still effective, but how many times did you see Trossard have an underwhelming performance last season? That is where Arsenal needs to improve. That players are coming for our starting berth players need to be of similar level. That if there's going to be a drop in quality, it should be more than 5%. It's more than 5%. Because for Saka, if you take away Saka from the right wing, who comes in and gives all that same level of performance like Saka? We don't have that, right? So we need to bring in players that when you take one or two players out of the starting 11, the quality, the levels do not significantly drop. That's the next step for me Arsenal need to do. So, and to get those players, it takes a bit of time. It takes quality scouting, and we have to find the right opportunities, because most teams ain't trying to sell their top class players. So we need to just be patient. The transfer window is barely open. I don't understand why people are getting overly concerned. Things will get into gear and motion when the tournament like the Euros and the Copa America ends, right? When players are beginning to end their holidays, things will get into motion. There is no need to be overly agitated. There's no need to get overly excited, right? Stop, get yourself busy. Get a job, read a book, do something else. I understand watching streams is fantastic for entertainment, but how much entertainment do you need in a day, right? Get busy and stop looking for the next thing Arsenal is going to sign. When Arsenal about sign players, you get it from the credible journalist. You hear it. So let's not get overly agitated and excited about who's not signing. Why Arsenal making no signings at the right time? Arsenal will make the right signings. So let's just be patient. Let's be patient. And for this player that we are all hoping, a lot of you are all hoping Arsenal sign. Not that I don't like him, but I'm not as desperate as most people are showing that we have to sign him. We don't sign him, it will be a disaster. I don't see it that way. If it comes, yeah, it doesn't come. We still have good quality players in our rank. So let me know what you think about this in the comment section. You're watching the playback. If you're watching the playback, please make sure you like the video. Very, very important. Guys, make sure you like the video. Subscribe, and do not forget to turn on your notification bell. One more time for those at the back with him the first time, like the video, subscribe, and make sure you turn on your notification bell. There's not much to report regarding Arsenal. Even though if I go to X right now, which is Twitter, or people are just regurgitating old news, and people are just posting things to trigger you to get an engagement. There is nothing very, very close. There's nothing imminent. That's just the fact. You see, Calafiori is still trending, and it's still trending, and the old nonsense is still on. I'm seeing on that story, yeah. Riccardo Calafiori is one step away from Arsenal Bologna for 50 million euros. They are working to complete the agreement about bonuses. How many times are they regurgitating the same news? 2 days ago, Arsenal are close to completing the agreement. 3 days ago, Arsenal have agreed personal term. It's same bollocks. Same bollocks because they know a lot of you will fall for the same trick. Really? How, how can you keep on repeating it and rephrasing it, repeat and rephrase, and you can't see the bullshit? Like it is bollocks. Bologna have accepted the like all is coming from the Italian press. All Italian press. And people are falling for it because Calafiori is Italian. So it's easy. But you have to look in between the lines. Like, why is it taking forever to agree this deal? If it was actually imminent. If this deal was as close as they claim, why is it taking forever? Why is David not talking about it? Why is David so quiet about this deal that is so imminent? What has happened to our common sense? What has happened to common sense in this generation that we can? This is all same old nonsense. I'm seeing people in the chat getting giddy. Getting giddy. I remember just on Saturday when Fabrizio tweeted Dewsbury was close to joining Brighton after David said Chelsea were interested in signing Dewsbury. And on Sunday, who was right? David was right. As much as we know Fabrizio gets some news right, he has been fabricating a lot of things in the last few months or a year now. Fabrizio has not been, he has been fabricating things, to say the least. And we keep falling for the same gimmick every damn time. The same gimmick. I don't understand the fact that it's a like and view economy. It's not about the truth. It's for engagement farming. So money has to be made, even though if I lie, my fans or subscribers will not hold me to ransom. That's what a lot of people are doing. They know you will not hold them to task. But if it's someone like me, you have a small channel. We don't like you. Who are you to dispute this? Yeah. I understand the game. So I'm not offended when some of you come to my comment section to insult me. You think I'm offended? You think I don't understand the psyche of most of you are followers who don't have sense? It's not about what is truth and gospel or what's objective. It's about who can come and validate your feelings. Because your feelings triumph truth and objectivity. For 72 hours, Arsenal close. Arsenal close. Arsenal close. Arsenal close. Get there. Get there. Like, how? Guys, see, let me leave for I say something that will not be good for YouTube. So, let the saga continue. How about Calafiori? Like the video, subscribe, and make sure you turn on the notification bell. I'll see you guys in the next one. If there's a news for me to report, I'll come in here. But if there's nothing new, I'm not come and make nonsense streams just because I want some engagement and I want YouTube money. I love money. I want YouTube money, but I have a bit of integrity. I'm not coming here to make silly videos that make no sense. I won't do it. Thank God for me. I have a regular job, so I don't have to overly depend on you guys for YouTube money. I just love what I do. I love football. I love to analyze football. I love to watch football. I talk about football. Provided we are talking about objectivity and truth. But all this gaslighting and lies, all these bollocks that most of you like, do you? But for me, it doesn't make no sense. Sorry, it does not make no sense. Like it does not make no. People are actually enjoying a roller coaster of emotionality. People are lying to your face. You know it's a lie, but you just like it. You know they're lying, but you just love it. So you are insane. There's nothing I can do about that. You are insane. A lot of people have lost it. You're insane. So if something pops up like the David Raya permanent USA, which I did a pre-recorded video, please check it out in my archives and watch it and stick a like on it. That's a signing, but because it was here on loan, nobody cares about that. And I get it. It's the syndrome of the new shining toy. So even though, let's say, peradventure, we sign Calafiori tomorrow, guess what happened? Arsenal fans will celebrate that for 1 or 2 days, start requesting a nice signing. Like, it doesn't work that way. The appetite, the unhealthy appetite for news and signing these days, Jesus Christ. Some of you are sick without knowing it. There's an unhealthy appetite for news, for drama, for for craziness, I'm going to engage in that. So I'm not going to engage in that. You might not like my stream. Go to where you can be fed your unhealthy appetite. Yeah, we talk about logic, talk about real news, and when the Premier League resumes, there'll be more streams for to talk about tactics and talk about the games, analyze the games, pre-match and post-match. You'll come back to regular streaming and more frequency. But right now, everything is kind of sketchy and scanty, and it is what it is. The Euros are going on. Germany playing Spain in the next few hours. The Copa America is going on, so you should understand. Don't be massive news. All these people generating content and content, they're just repeating nonsense, knowing that a lot of you are just jobless to watch bullshit. So keep on doing that. But right here on my channel, that's not present. We don't do that. When there's something to report, we report. And when there's nothing to report, you might not see me. It is what it is. Not that I'm not trying to give you guys content. I am trying to give you content, provided there's something new and something authentic to report. Aside from that, there's nothing I can do. So, guys, I have to leave right now. If there's something to report, I'll be here live or pre-recorded. I'll drop the content. If there's nothing to report, we keep it moving. Like the video, watch on the playback. Subscribe, yes, subscribe, and make sure you turn on your notification bell. And I will see you guys on the next one. Thank you for watching, and shout out to Mr. Ifosa. And I'll say bye for now.